just because of your color and the stereotype that comes with it, it doesn't set you back. You have to ignore that. You have to look at everything as one color to me. It's not gray, it's not white, it's not blue, it's just one solid color, and I can't put a label on it. I don't have any prejudice, and I don't want him to grow up like that. I won't let it. Like the verse says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If you treat people the way you want to be treated, you talk to them the way you want to be talked to, you have a pretty smooth life. Princeton's mother became very, very ill. She was addicted to drugs and alcohol. And Princeton's grandmother, she called me one day and said that she was going to apply for custody. And I told her, you know, that just couldn't be. That's my son. I know you love him, but he's my son. He's my responsibility. So it's been him and I for 11 years now. He's 13. Princeton was in the 4th grade, and I was constantly going to the school for his behavior, constantly, all the time. I was sitting in the office waiting to see the principal, and a young lady walked in recruiting for a Youth Life Learning Center, which was an after-school tutor program, character builder. You know, I listened to what she said, and I immediately jumped in and said, I got a recruit for you. And the rest is history. I guess Princeton, they accepted him. And he, probably a month after he was in that program, he started showing a positive change. I grew up in this neighborhood. I left when I graduated high school for the military for 3 years. So this area I'm real familiar with. Most of the kids that Princeton's around, I either know their parents, their grandparents, or their great-grandparents. I started coaching football here with the neighborhood team, and I got attached to this one young man. He was a very good player, and he was living with his mother, and he was always getting in trouble. So I just kind of brought him on in, and I tried to get him in youth life, but his mother was very hard to contact. So he spent a lot of time with me. You know, he's mostly on his own. He was actually providing for his mother at 8 years old. I know I had a motorcycle that I bought for Princeton, a little motorcycle, and Princeton didn't want it anymore. He said, "Hey, Coach, can I have that motorcycle?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Okay, I'll be back tomorrow." The young man at 8 years old came back to me with $200 cash. And I said, "No," I said, "You could have it." "And where did you get that money from?" "Shooting dice." And I said, "Wow, 8 years old." As time went on, you know, I started seeing less and less of him. I couldn't, you know, working in Princeton and all that, I couldn't keep up with him anymore. And I think 2 years ago, someone shot and killed him. And he hadn't even begun to live. I wish I could spend more time with these young men and try to help them, you know, to see a better way of living. So I try to recruit for Youth Life, And the ones that do come there, every day that I'm there, I try to instill in them a good thought, a good habit, and the reason why. Some of them get it, some don't, but you can't give up. Hopefully you won't make the same mistakes that I did. I told him all you gotta do is look at Dad's life. You don't want to follow that pattern. Well, the earlier days, but now, you know, together we're growing. Together we're growing and getting on the right path. And it takes two to do it. You know, sometimes I'll veer off a little bit. Sometimes he'll veer off a little bit. And that's where Miss Daly comes in. Miss Daly's like, okay, especially with Princeton. I don't know, you could just see it in the love for all those kids. And she must have noticed something, because she took Princeton under her wing, and she's responsible for a lot of his good habits. She really is. Miss Sherry Ricketts there is a very, very knowledgeable teacher. And I like the way she runs it over there. There is a higher being and watching you all the time. So you want to be on your best behavior as much as you can. I mean, it's hard to do it, but it takes practice. You have to keep working at it. And the most happiness you will have in life is to be happy with yourself, and that comes through God. You have to believe. But worrying, I think, is one of the worst things you can do, because you're saying that you don't believe in God. And that's what I try to tell these young men around me most of the time, that if something's heavy on your mind, you just pray and leave it alone. Don't ask for the same thing twice. He heard you the first time. I just want him to be happy and to be able to get a good education and to pursue the job that's going to make him happy, that he will enjoy doing, and whatever it requires education-wise to be able to get there. You know, to be a good citizen, to be one of the important players in society. I like to see him be able to help people, you know, because that's what we need more. That's what I would like for him to do, just to get as many people to heaven with him as he can.